Hello and welcome guys. In this video session, I am going to describe what is dependency injection and how to use dependency injection inside Blazor WebAssembly application. This video is a part of Blazor WebAssembly series started from the fundamentals. If you are interested in learning Blazors and other Microsoft programming languages, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon. Let's get started. What is dependency injection? Dependency injection is a software design pattern that allows us to develop loosely coupled code. The main intent of dependency injection to code easily maintainable. It helps reduce the tight coupling among the software components. It reduces the hardcore dependency among our classes. Okay, so what is dependency? Here, take this example like class A using the properties and methods of class B. So this is dependency. Some model using some data from the database. This is dependency. But what is dependency injection? Dependency injection, just same example, take the same example, class A using class B. This is creating a dependency. But when we push the data properties and all the behavior of this class B to class A, this is called injecting dependency or dependency injection. No need to initialize the class. We will from the outside will push all the properties, behavior and method of this class B inside to class A. This is dependency injection. So let's see how we are doing inside our Blazor WebAssembly application. So in our previous session, while we are doing navigation managers, we inject some record that I will show you. HTTP injects we did. Okay. Next, in the fetch data sections, you can see, go to the client part, share, in the here fetch data. So you can see that it's injecting the HTTP client. So today we are going to create our own class and we are going to inject that in our application. Okay, stop the application. So go to the shared folder or shared application here, create one method here. Let's say I'm creating one class here to save student. So I'm creating one class, that's a student service. Okay, I'm just giving the name student service. Here I am declaring, let's declare it a public. Let's declare one properties here, public string messages get set. I'm creating one method here, public void save message. I'm not doing anything, direct I'm setting this dot message equal to student saved successfully. Okay, here the insertion logic. Okay, now I am going to inject this service inside my client application and do the programming. So before injecting, go to the client part, go to the program.cs file. Before injecting, let's call this using YouTube session.share application. Okay, here you need to add builder.service.rtransient, so which will be student service, not like this. Okay, it will be student service. Now in the index page itself, I'm creating one, deleting this navigation bar everything and creating one button Okay, how to create a button in ledger style? You can go to counter, you can copy paste this code, button code. So in counter you can see here it is in the on click, here it is calling the code directive method increment count, but we are going to call that method we created inside our student service class. So how? Go to index treasure here and copy paste this button. I don't need this one. Here again using YouTube session dot shared. Next inject the service, inject student service student. Okay, so this student dot save, this one is, sorry, this is save student. Save this, this will be here save student. After saving I want to display here one more, let's one more break or separator. Here I want to display span student dot message. So it's not coming like this, so directly give student dot message. So we are not declaring or initializing the student service class, we are injecting the student service class and we are calling it our on click method, and the message here it is showing student successfully. This message will come to here. Now run the, rebuild the application. Build succeed, run it. So click me student successfully, it is going to here, this hitting this student service and getting this message. Okay, go to different page, again come, so you can see this message is got hidden. If I again click then it is coming, but I want always. So go to the stop the application in the index.treasure. If I click me, so let's give student. In the program.cs file previously we added our transient, now we are going to make it as a singleton. Okay, and you will see the difference. What is the difference between singleton and transient? Run the application again. Save student, student step successfully. Went to another page, again I am coming, the data is still present. So whenever we are using singleton, even also I am going to different page also, single instance saved successfully, but when we are using our transient, it is losing its value. So in this way we can use dependency injection in our Blazor WebAssembly application. Guys, in my coming session I'm going to describe how to do form validations inside Blazor WebAssembly application. So please stay tuned. Thank you very much.